Hello, and welcome to another session of I Do Really. Tonight, I want to talk about something that I saw on TikTok. It's no laughing matter. It really isn't. This guy and this girl was on a train, and while they were standing up on the train, there was this girl that walked by that had a big old butt, and the guy looked at her. And when his girl saw him looking at the girl, she slapped him. I mean, she slapped him. And after that, the video just cut off and just replayed the whole thing over again. Just till she slapped him and he just fell over. And I said to myself, now, wherever they were going, they ain't going no more. And it's probably a good thing that they cut the video off because they were probably in a fight on that train. Because I'm saying to myself, if they stayed together after the way she slapped him on a public train, she punking him. I don't care. She punking that man. If she stayed with him, if he stayed with her after that. Now I be saying to myself, what would have happened if the roles were changed, turned around? What if they was standing on a train, looking in opposite directions, and he looking at her, watching some fine man walk by? Okay, what if he would have slapped her? This is the way I look at it. If you got a man and he was attracted to your big butt, baby, it's just human nature. They just gonna look. If they may look a hot minute, but I mean, they with you. Because it's like this. In a course of a man's day, you don't know how many women he done looked at. They see a good looking woman. Baby, there's some things you're gonna have to just let go. I was told about this relationship that broke up. Now the girl made it seem like she just, you know what, I'm just gonna change my mind about this man. But in all actuality, the woman could not handle the man's position. I mean, he had a position whereby he's going to always have women in his face. It did not matter. It's your position. She couldn't handle him in the position. So he just had to break it off with her because look, this is my job. This is what I have to do. You have to learn how to handle this. But she was always in his face, she couldn't handle it. Okay? It's just like, I even think about, I'm not even going to say her name, but I think about this singer that's going to marry this football player. I'm like, oh, okay. Now, unless he act like Tebow did and held on to his Christian morals, old boy gonna be put in situations whereby he gotta make a decision. And it's like this. It's like I tell women, I don't care. You cannot watch no man. What you gonna do? Call his phone every 5 minutes, thinking that he's gonna be doing something that he ain't thinking about doing. But the reason why you probably gotta keep an eye on him, keep tabs on him, is because you either doing it yourself and you just don't want him to do it. Because you can't watch no man. I don't care. I don't care. I think about the countless women. Oh, it's hilarious. But I was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna worry about this. I think about the countless women. I mean, they be checking out my husband in front of my face. I'd be like, you got to get numb to some things, because you will have yourself an aneurysm, a heart attack, a stroke, muscle spasms, cancer behind all of that. I think about all the women that I think about a lot of women that I know that want to marry a pastor. I'm like, y'all, you don't even know what you don't even know what you you don't even know what you don't even know what you looking at. You don't even know what you got to deal with. And I think about, like I've been saying, a lot of women I know, they want them a good looking man. Okay, so if that good looking man looking at you and you looking at him, how many women do you think looking at that man? Okay, how many men, how many women do you think he see in a course of a day? I even think about, even with the situation with Tiger Woods. Arsenio Hall asked him back in the day, what you like most about playing golf? He said, the girls. He said, calm down, Tiger. And so, okay, so you know what he interested in. You know what he interested in, right? Or do you just think Tiger Woods got all these women looking at him, all these women chasing after him, and he's saying, "Oh, I'm gonna be celibate until I get married. I'm saving this till I get married." Whew. I mean, is that what these women be thinking? So you're gonna marry, so now you're gonna meet a woman and you're gonna marry Tiger Woods. Oh, really? Oh. But I guess as long as it don't hit the media, it's okay. Because just think about, after he was with that girl in the car, and I believe there was an accident. He had a girl in the car and they had some drugs in the car. Okay, now his wife decides she want to leave him. Oh, but do you think that was his first time, his first offense? Come on, folks. That's just like with come on here. I'll be like, look. You're gonna have people. You're gonna have. I don't care where a man work. I mean, when I go to AutoZone, picking up some stuff for my husband, man, there's women at the front desk. Oh, gracious. It be women at the front desk. I be like, okay, so women, I don't care. Women are everywhere. I guess this is, because they're like, shoot, if I work here, a man ain't gonna show up in this place. Come on here. Oh boy, but man, I'm just saying, but man, that woman, she slapped that man, and I was like, there ain't no way they're gonna stay together after that. But if he stayed with her, she punking that man. Because it's human nature. It is human nature for a man to look at a woman. He may not want to be with that woman, but he gonna look. It's like one of my pastors said, I'm going to look and I'm going home. I even think about now, I mean, she Kim Kardashian, she was smooth about this. She was smooth. I was like, that's all right. You know, her and Kanye West was at I guess Rihanna concert. They was at a Rihanna concert, and he's standing there looking at Rihanna, smiling. He's smiling. And what Kim doing? She videotaping her husband looking at another woman. I was like, Kim, you all right with me? You all right with me? Why? She took it in stride because it's like this. It does not matter how good looking Kim Kardashian is. Do you think she's the only good looking woman around? I mean, even though her and Kanye getting divorced, shoot, he got him another woman. I don't care how she feel like, I done married the richest rapper. Even though he might got some mind issues, but you know what? Somebody else will take that man with his mind issues. But she did that in stride. I mean, she didn't show out. And I think I be looking at a lot on TikTok has stuff to do with that. Now, you don't do like one man did. You don't lie and say, I'm gonna take my son to the park, whatever, our son to the park. And then while you at the park, you go meet up with your girlfriend. No, you don't bring your children in mess like that. Yeah, so his girlfriend, wife, whoever she was, I mean, she threw over the tables and stuff like that. But for one thing, you didn't have to lie about it. But oh girl, I tell you that other picture. I mean, and then you get a lot of people they playing tricks, but you're gonna play tricks on the wrong person. Don't play tricks like that. I mean, what would you do? Like I saw this one thing. It showed this big black Hulk looking black man looking at this Caucasian couple walk toward him, and this black Hulk man reach over and hit this other man's woman on the butt. Okay, now what do you do? It would have been good, but of course, this is this is all a game. I don't know how they actually working this stuff out like that, but it's like this. Okay, so what would you do? Okay, this man actually touched your woman. I said, but wouldn't it be a trip if he knew karate like Bruce Lee and whooped him? You won't do that no more. You won't judge a man by the way he look. Okay, you don't do stuff like that. But anyway, it's just like this. People, you're gonna have to. I mean, women, you are gonna have to learn because you can't watch a man. You may see your man look at a woman in front of your face. Look, she just caught the eye. I mean, you caught his eye. I mean, it's human nature. It's human nature for a person to look. And believe me, if you saw a fine man, if an Omari Hardwick walked by, what you gonna do? You gonna look. Or whoever you like, Shemar Moore, a young Morris Chestnut, and LL Cool J, a Dwayne Johnson. Oh boy. I mean, but it is human nature for people to look. It don't bother me. I mean, it really don't, because for one thing, I mean, I'm not gonna no. You know where you belong. Like one woman told her husband, I don't care how many women you look at. Just as long as you bring yourself back home, we cool. And that's how you're gonna have to deal with it. I don't care how many women in your face. You know, I think about even when my husband and I were pastors. I mean, that's when them women really showed out. I mean, them women were chasing them pastors, and they were married. They were chasing them pastors. Ooh, I mean, ooh, I was like, okay, y'all can't handle this. Okay, so if you get him like that, what you think some other woman gonna do? You gotta think about that. You gotta. I mean, I think about this girl I know. She's a massage therapist. She ain't stupid. She ain't stupid. Men get massages. Come on here. Okay, but what do you think if she was to get married? Do you think her husband gonna want her to continue that? They're gonna have to have some type of understanding. You know, because she's taking her hands and she's rubbing. she she rubbing a man. Oh gracious. She rubbing another man down. So how I mean, how he gonna feel about that? You know, I was thinking about letting this guy do a massage for me, but I'm saying to myself, but how would his wife, okay, I know you're married though, but how would your wife feel about your husband even though, I mean, come on, I mean, there's this certain, I mean, I even think about this. What is a job that you really, really would have a problem that your husband have? Okay, if your husband was possibly a personal trainer. I mean, you personally training this woman to get herself in shape. I mean, I mean, this is what he do. He exercise all the time, so he's trying to help other women get in shape. But you got to think about, okay, but you know, a lot of people, you know, when they got personal trainers, you know, they end up having affairs with them. You know, what if your husband was a dance instructor? Okay, and you went and you saw your husband, he's teaching this woman how to do the tango. You know, a dance instructor. And he's teaching women how to do tango. Okay, they're just dancing. This is what he do. But you see him with someone that looked like his grandmother. That ain't gonna bother you. But what if he was training someone how to dance and she was bodacious, beautiful? I mean, she was like Janet Jackson, Halle Berry, Beyonce. When you're gonna look at her, and what you gonna say? No. You gonna get upset. You're gonna wonder now you're gonna want to show up at the studio all the time. Why? Because the way the person look. See, you gotta get. I tell anybody, you gotta numb yourself. It's like, you know, I mean, but people, they're not going to understand that. But it's like this. Even with me knowing women that want to marry a pastor, you are not ready for a pastor because you are not ready to have a man with women in his face all the time. And a lot of times, you know, yes, you're going to have women in his face that really need to talk to their pastor. And at the same token, you're going to have women in that man's face because they're trying to talk to him. But if he's going to be a true man of God, you got to trust him. Or you do like that lady did in that movie War Room. You got to be praying for him. Because, you know, I mean, you want to pray for this man. You know, whatever, a traveling salesman. You don't know what kind of house he's going. A photographer. You know, like I was looking at this video, this man was like, you know, he's going over to He got to take pictures of this girl. He got to got a photo shoot with this girl. Okay, she already knows he's a photographer. Okay, but when she sees the picture of the woman that he's gonna have the photo shoot with, oh, she's like, oh no, you ain't gonna do that. I was like, wait a minute, this is what I do. But if she wanna sell that picture, he would have probably went about his business. But you got to learn how to let a man do his job, and let him do his job. I mean, if y'all already need to have that conversation about faithfulness. We understand stuff happens, but you're gonna have to, instead of you making yourself sick over thinking about something that did not happen, blaming him for something he did not do because of what you're thinking about. You've been messing around. Okay, can you prove it? Prove it. Prove that I've been messing around. Prove it. You want to check my phone? Check the phone bill if you want to. You want to prove? You want to blame me for something? Prove it. But if you can't prove it, just leave it alone. Let the person be innocent until found guilty. And then, baby, it's like this. If they do, why make yourself sick? All these people in the world, and you're going to have a meltdown over one person. I'll tell anybody else. I'll tell anybody, get over it. There are now so many angry folks in the world. You got to learn how to just let stuff go. But I just wanted to talk to you guys about, what would you do? I mean, it is human nature for people to just look at each other. Just look. I'm spoken and accounted for. Thank you. Just keep it moving. But you still look good though. I give it to you, brother. You're quite the dapper one. And keep it moving. I mean, come on. Let's not be so angry, frustrated over somebody looking at somebody. But anyway, I guess that's it. I don't know. All I can say is this right here. After the way she slapped that man, if they still together after that, old girl punking him. Believe it.